In this video, we're going to take a look at adding lower thirds and transitions, and also animating the images that we've put into our video. I have all of the pacing and timing down in my video in accordance to my narration. I really like to have the narration in first and edit and add images and stuff and video according to the narration. In looking at the video, there's a couple things I want to point out. So I purposely left this image above this video. So since this is on top, this is going to hide what's underneath. You can edit by layering, but we're going to go in and add some transitions to this. So right here, if I go to effects and go to video transitions, there's different ones here. So a cross dissolve, so pop that right in there. Let's see what that looks like. Is a nonprofit art. So you can see it does a cross dissolve into that first image. Arts Center dedicated to inspiring creativity and bringing people together through arts. Now, you don't want to use too many transitions. Using them sparingly is the best way to go. So we've got a cross dissolve, dip to black, dip to white. So let's see what dip to white would look like here. Right in the heart of DAT. So that looks pretty good. To inspiring creativity and bringing people together through the arts. All right, so I'm going to go through here, put them in. All right, so I went through and I added all of the video transitions that I felt were appropriate. And I did add a fade here to the ends. So the next thing we're going to do is take a look at adding a lower third. A lower third is right down here at the bottom. Actually, before we do that, we're going to animate some images. All right, so I have some images here. This image I want to, so I see the images. They are everything that's in purple. Over here, my effects control, I'm going to click on the watch and drag this over just a little bit, moving it down the timeline. Just move it just slightly over to about right here. Where it stops, it ends up putting another keyframe for me. So I get a little bit of panning from Creative York off that image. First fun, hands-on class. So I'm going to go through and do that with all the other images. I can also scale. So here's scaling. You have to watch you don't scale too much that you end up losing quality. So I scale. And I'm also going to work with the position. So it acts like a zoom in. Case their work in kids exhibits, giving them a chance to share their creativity with family and friends. Actually think that I zoomed in a little too much. So I'm going to pull back a little bit. I'm going to make sure that the playhead is on that keyframe, just kind of like After Effects. And I'm going to change that. So as soon as when I ended up changing that, it changed it on the keyframe. Now if it wasn't on the keyframe, it would end up putting another keyframe down. It sounds like pretty good. So I have one more image, this one right here, which I am going to pan. Like that. I'm just going to zoom in on her just a little bit. right at the beginning of the image. I'm going to hit position. I'm going to move this down the timeline. Just going to move it a little bit.
Glazing in a relaxed and welcoming studio. Creative York also brings the community.
All right, so I really like how that's looking. And this image right here, I'm just going to zoom out just a little bit. I'll be able to do that. And this one right here, I'm going to put a lower third. This was an event through Creative York. That was a juried art exhibit. I'm going to do graphics and titles, new layer, and I want to get a rectangle. So right here, the rectangle, I'm going to change the shape of it. And the lower third is because it is on the lower third of the screen. All right, over here is properties. This is where I can change the color of it. I can also, over here, change the opacity of it. Open this up. You can see that. I want a little bit of transparency going on here. I just want it to come in right as this is shown. So I'm going to actually take it across the bottom. And if I have a lower third, I want it to be consistent throughout. I want it to look almost exactly the same, but with the different titling throughout the whole video. This is going to give a sense of cohesiveness. All right, so now I have the lower third here, and then I'm also going to go back to graphic and titles, new layer, text. Right here, I'm just going to put that on top, and I'm going to say juried exhibit. You want to make sure that you spell everything correctly and that you're using fonts that are easily read. I'm going to get the selection tool. Oh, look, I did actually spell it exhibit wrong. Right, also over here, there's a shadow that we can put on. Right, and then I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna do a Control-C, Control-V, because I want to copy and paste it, which is gonna be the easiest. And then I'm going to move it. So here, I'm going to do gallery, Creative York gallery. Right. And then I'm also going to do down here where the chalk walk starts. Chalk walk. So I'm going to again select this, Command-C, Command-V, and I put it right where the playhead is, exactly that I wanted. Right here, Creative York chalk walk.